Spacebound presents 7 bodybuilders that died from steroids. Number 7. Andreas Munzer. The bodybuilding world is fraught with occasions of steroid use and extreme diets that weigh in on bodybuilders' organs and lead to early deaths. No bodybuilder is more known for his tragic type of death than Andreas Munzer. As an avid admirer of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Munzer aspired to build a large body that was void of practically any fat. Unlike many bodybuilders, Munzer was a year-round machine. He participated in several competitions annually, but also made guest appearances and never took a break from his strict low-carb diet. He used muscle-building drugs, coupled with high doses of diuretics, to remove extra water weight from his body on almost constant basis. This drug abuse led to severely damaged internal organs. Munzer was plagued by severe stomach pains for months before he was admitted to the hospital in March of 1996. Doctors were forced to operate on Munzer to stop bleeding from his stomach. After the surgery, his liver and kidney shut down. Munzer died on March 14th at the young age of 31. His autopsy revealed that his liver was filled with tumors and a heart that was twice the size of a normal man's heart. His blood test showed very high potassium levels and traces of about 20 drugs. Number 6. Greg Plitt. As a West Point graduate and an airborne and ranger, Greg Plitt had the training and mentality to skyrocket him to stardom. After serving 5 years as a ranger, Plitt received his personal training certification and began training clients out of Los Angeles, California. He took his passion for fitness and his career as a personal trainer one step further by authoring the workout program MFT 28, which was featured by Bodybuilding.com. Greg Plitt's life was cut short when on January 17, 2015, he was killed by a Metrolink Antelope Valley Line train in Burbank, California. According to reports, the star was running between the rails and trying to outrun a train to prove the effectiveness of an energy drink. Plitt was only 37 years old. Number 5. Chad Brothers. Imagine jogging on the treadmill at your local gym when a fellow gym goer suddenly goes into a psychotic rant and starts ripping apart equipment and screaming like a barbarian. Unfortunately, this actually happened in Gold's Gym, Cologne, New York in 2011. The man who began the rampage was Chad Brothers, a 32-year-old bodybuilder and a local resident. According to witnesses, Brothers fell off an elliptical machine and immediately went into a rage. He cranked up the speed of the treadmill that the fellow gym goer was jogging on and then punched the man in the face. Next, he knocked over several 700-pound weight machines and destroyed the office area. The police arrived and attempted to calm Brothers. However, when he refused to do so, he was tased and immediately stopped breathing. CPR was performed, but Brothers did not regain consciousness. At the time of his outrage behavior and death, Brothers had a mixture of steroids and PCP in his system. He's believed to have fallen victim to roid rage, a term often used to describe the uncontrollable rage that can be a result of excessive steroid use. Number 4. Ali Cooney. For most of us, 2 heart attacks and 3 strokes would force us into a lifestyle change, but not Ali Cooney. The obsessed bodybuilder from Baildon, West Yorkshire, was determined to change his physique. By the age of 16, Ali Cooney had begun his grueling workout regimens. By the age of 18, he was warned by doctors to slow his weightlifting regimen. And by 20, after just 4 years within the bodybuilding arena, Cooney was dead. Cooney was very open about his antibiotic steroid use, even after he was diagnosed with chronic heart damage and chest pains. Though he eventually stopped taking steroids, the damage that was done to his Cooney's body was irreversible. After his 3rd stroke, Ali Cooney was warned by doctors not to return to working out. However, he did not listen to their warnings and began working out 3 to 4 times a week. After a night out, Cooney collapsed on his way to a taxi and was pronounced dead at the Bristol Royal Infirmary. His mother has used her son's death as a way to educate other fitness fanatics about the life-threatening effects of steroid use. Number 3. Aziz Ziz Shafarshin. Born a skinny and awkward boy in Moscow, Aziz Shafarshin relocated to Australia with his family at a young age and aspired to become a man of muscle. Instead of simply lifting heavy weights and bulking up in the gym, Shafarshin became obsessed with aesthetics. This was a different basic approach to bodybuilding, with the envisioned end result not an overwhelming bulk of muscle, but an overly sexually appearing look through the muscle definition. And Shafarshin, also known to the world as Ziz, created his dream body in just 4 years. With plenty of newfound confidence to go with his new body, Ziz began uploading videos of himself to YouTube and frequenting bodybuilding websites. Ziz earned national recognition when he was a part of the YouTube series National Road Trip and was named the epitome of aesthetics. Just as he was rising to fame, Shafarshin died in a Bangkok sauna of a heart attack. The fitness model's sudden death shocked the fans and started a frenzy of speculation around Ziz's steroid use. While the toxicology report has remained within the Shafarshin family, many have pointed out to steroids as the primary cause of his death. Number 2. Anthony D'Arezzo. Everyone loves a good comeback story, and that was just what Anthony D'Arezzo was going to be. A former high school wrestling star who earned scholarship to wrestle at Boston University, D'Arezzo was always a disciplined person. After graduating from college, D'Arezzo continued weightlifting and in 1988 was named Mr. Rhode Island. He was strong too. D'Arezzo could bench press 535 pounds, a feat that won him first place in 1992 at the American Bench Press Championships. A series of injuries plagued him for a time, and in 2002 he was diagnosed with congenital heart disease, a disease that was made worse by constant use of steroids. After several years of taking it easy, D'Arezzo got back into the bodybuilding circuit and started using steroids again. He flew to Pittsburgh for a competition. After he weighed in, Anthony D'Arezzo sat in his hotel room with a friend practicing his poses. He collapsed and died of a heart attack before he was able to step foot on the stage. Number 1. Steve Michalik. Intensity was the key word to describe Steve Michalik's bodybuilding regimen, and, at times, insanity. From the start of his life, Michalik was surrounded by intensity, first from his abusive parents, and eventually as a B-52 bomber pilot in Guam. Michalik had a fast-moving, struggle-filled life, a life which created a drive for success within him. His drive carried him into bodybuilding. In 1972, Michalik won the title of Mr. America. In 1975, he won the title of Mr. Universe, but his wins were laced with constant doses of steroids. At the weight of 265 pounds, Michalik was pure muscle, but despite his outward accomplishments, Michalik had ruined his internal self. In the 1980s, he was diagnosed with liver tumors, heart failure, and kidney disease. He was forced to retire from bodybuilding, but went on to open his own gym in New York and train. This has been 7 bodybuilders that died from steroids. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
Your light sure feels right when you make me feel